Hello, everybody, and welcome to Choices Finding Your Joy. Thank you for joining us today. So happy to have everyone with us. And I'm so happy today to share with you just an amazing woman. I have Haley Halveston. She's our guest expert today. She's a holistic health and sex coach. She focuses on spirituality, sexuality, self-love, mindset, and holistic health. She has a passion for empowering women to know they are enough, they are worthy of their dreams, and that they gain their power back. I'm so happy to have you here today, Haley.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here.
Yay, I love it. I love it. Well, let's begin with a bit of your background and what brought you to where you're at today.
Okay, so I was working in corporate America 2 years ago, and I really started to realize that I was just going through the motions and living for the weekend and for happy hour. And I was drinking a lot and on pharmaceutical drugs. And so I realized when I left my corporate job, and then I realized that I really want to take a holistic approach out of life. I kind of went through a whole self-discovery. What is my purpose? Why am I here? I stopped taking the anxiety medicine I was on. I got off birth control. I really wanted to do a holistic, natural approach to life and really just live a life of like meaning and purpose I was excited about. And so I found the school Institute for Integrative Nutrition, and it's an amazing school. And then I took a bunch of courses, and I realized how health is like so powerful, and how people don't realize how what they're eating really does affect them. So
I love it. I love it.
Thanks.
Well, what are your thoughts and what do you do in helping people become more empowered? What do you see that as?
Definitely. I think it's about teaching women that they can have it all. And so many women are in corporate jobs, or not even just corporate America, but in any industry that they're not happy about. They could be settling in their relationships. And so I really help them identify where they are settling and gain their power back and take a better care of their bodies and their health. Because it's like I always say, like, if you can't speak up in bed, how are you going to speak up in the boardroom? So.
So what do you mean power back? Is that being able to voice your opinion and control what you do? Tell us,
Yes.
break that down for me.
Definitely. So basically we have an orgasm gap going on now. Well, it's been going on for a while, but so I think people are really becoming aware of it and becoming really, like, the country is becoming really sex positive. And so I really teach my clients that to really speak up for what you want sexually and in terms of your health too, because everything is connected, and we're all, like, every part of your health. That's one thing I learned a lot at IIN is everything is connected. Your health, your mindset, if you're unhappy in your career, that can bleed into all areas of your life. I mean, same with if you're not making the income you want to make, that could bleed into your sex life, because sex and money are on like similar vibrations. So it's really just about teaching women where are you unhappy, and then how can we fix that?
Wow. So what are some of the first steps that you might discuss in an area of unhappiness, let's say with their career, with their money?
Well, first I would ask them, what are their beliefs about their career? Because they could be holding on to negative beliefs about, well, maybe they're right. Like, they could be dreaming about this amazing life where they own their own business, but they might not believe that they are worthy of it. And then also just really thinking, where did that limiting belief come from? And then really putting in new beliefs, because our subconscious controls 95% of our life. It's crazy. So really just telling them, like, doing the affirmations, doing the mindset work is so important.
Yeah. So you're a big fan of affirmations.
Definitely. I do mine every day too.
Give us some examples of the kind of affirmations that you yourself do. Give us an idea.
Well, the one I did a few days ago was every day and every way I'm getting healthier and happier.
Nice.
Because that kind of incorporates, the health and the happiness. But then you can even do like, I'm worthy of all my dreams and all my desires.
Yes. Yes. And would you say that it's not enough to just speak it? You want to have the trust in there?
Oh, definitely. I think it's about having the trust and the belief, and even writing it down. Like I tell them, write it down, believe it, put it all over your car, your apartment, everywhere, even in red lipstick on your mirror, because you really want to infuse that you are that belief and you are that person, because you really are. Like your higher self is that.
Yes, yes. How much would you say our subconscious mind plays into our beliefs?
Like pretty much all of it. I mean, it's crazy. Because even for me, like I realized in my past, I realized I had so many negative beliefs that I'm now realizing that those weren't even mine. And even a lot of the thoughts and we think aren't even ours. They're those of the collective consciousness. So it's a lot of really getting them to think, okay, is that thought that you were thinking even yours? Because it's probably not. Or it could be something you started thinking when you were like 7 or 6. It's not even yours to carry anymore. So
yeah. So how do we weed through those?
start thinking about what you're thinking about and start questioning the thought. Mm-hmm. And then journaling helps a lot. And really just questioning, okay, I'm writing down all these thoughts. Where are they coming from? What is the root of that?
Yes. I love it. So journaling, is that, so every day journal and put out there what you want to bring in or what you want to release, or both?
I would say both. I mean, there's a practice that I teach my clients called scripting. And scripting is where you write down, well, you're really thanking God in advance for what is to come. God, the universe, whatever you want to call it. It's already knows your desires. So you're just writing that down daily in detail of, thank you, God, for the career of my, the future career that I want to have.
Yeah. Love it. You're already seeing it in fruition. Yes. I love that. I love that. I know I personally say things like, I say yes to my body's physical health in 2018, and say yes to helping others, animals, and the planet in 2018, or I say yes to abundance. I think to already see it and trust it, I think that's huge.
Mm-hmm. I agree with you.
Yeah, yeah. So your services, tell us a bit about break that up for us, and also how others can get a hold of you for your services. Tell us what you do.
Okay. Well, your listeners can check me out on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Holistic Health with Haley, and on my website too, Holistic Health with Haley. And also I'm currently promoting my 3-month program, which is on self-love, mindset, and sexuality. And it would be a call once a week with me, unlimited email and text support. And it's an individualized program. So we really sit down and figure out where they want to, like what area they want to fix. And I would empower them to create the life they want.
Yeah. Yeah. Self-love. That's a biggie, isn't it?
It's huge. And we've never taught that. It's crazy.
You're right. It's not talked a lot about. What would you say is a big key to feeling that self-love for ourselves?
I think this is something I've been talking to people about recently that's huge in my life and my clients' life is boundaries. So your boundaries sexually, financially, relationship-wise, because that starts with you. Because how you treat yourself is how you teach others to treat you. And so if you don't have any boundaries, then that's not going to be good. So it's really sitting down and asking yourself, do I have boundaries in any of those areas?
Yeah. And really, when we do make boundaries and give ourselves boundaries, we are loving ourselves, aren't we? We're giving ourselves the credit and the respect. Yes, my boundaries do mean something.
Oh, definitely. Boundaries are a huge act of self-love, because a boundary is saying, hey, I respect myself enough to say, I'm not going to go this far sexually, or I'm not going to let you borrow this money from me, or I'm going to say no to that social obligation or social events because I'm very tired.
Yes, yes. I love it. I love it. Oh my goodness. So with empowerment, Haley, part of that is the self-love, the journaling, the affirmation. What are some of the other keys that you would share about that?
Well, I would say sexually it's huge, because a lot of women, especially where I live in the South, they don't communicate their needs. They might expect that the man should already know. And so that's huge. I sit down with them and I say, okay, you're telling me that you are unhappy in that area of your life. Are you communicating that to your partner? And so that's huge, because I think that so many women assume, well, he should know that. He doesn't. So that is really big. So, and not relying on someone else for your pleasure too. You owning your pleasure and communicating what you need.
Yes, yes. And really that's important in every area of our life, isn't it? Communication.
Definitely.
Yeah. Getting that communication open, and having whoever we're communicating with understand what we're saying, because so many times really you can say something, but really it's how that person perceives it.
Oh, definitely. Because we see the world how we are, not as it is.
Mm-hmm.
So it's crazy. Definitely.
It is. It is. So what advice would you give to someone who is struggling with communication in areas of their life?
I would say, well, if they're struggling and it's a relationship, to really figure out what their needs are. Because one thing I've noticed with people is they might, they might get mad about something and then not communicate it in that moment. They'll hold on to it and then communicate it like a week later, a month later. Well, it's too late then. The person already forgot what they did wrong. So really communicating in that moment, hey, what you said or what you did really affected me in this way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's something that probably happens quite often.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, yeah. And, that takes courage, especially if someone says something that does hurt you. You're just kind of feeling that hurt for a moment. And it's not easy to communicate. But I bet if you do, that does empower you and really, give you some strength that you didn't realize you had.
Oh, definitely. I mean, I've definitely noticed that in my life. The better I've gotten at communication, the happier I am.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Now, how would you say the holistic end of it comes into empowerment? When you talk about the holistic end of it and nutrition, what are you saying there?
Okay, well, I definitely noticed a huge shift in my life when I got rid of anxiety medicine. I was on Xanax, Trazodone, and Lexapro, and then I was also taking birth control. And so when I got rid of all of those and started eating healthier, it changed my life. And it definitely makes me realize how much so many people are on pharmaceutical drugs, when really if they ate healthier and worked out, it would change their life. And I think that people don't realize too, because birth control, I mean, it lowers your libido. It really messes with your gut health. And so there are a lot of side effects to it that people don't realize. And I think everything goes back to your diet.
Yes. Yes. That is huge, what we put in our body. So you work that nutrition in along with the communication. along with the self-empowerment. So what else do you throw into that? I'll call it the pot of soup.
Well, I tell them to do like a self-love exercise every morning. And so then that's really good. And going back to the whole like mindset thing is really important too. And so I give them certain like personal development books that I've read that I think would help them. But with the health part of it, I think that for each client, it really depends on what they're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of it is in terms of, do they want to lose weight? Are they experiencing, a lot of people come to me because they have anxiety and they don't know they want to fix it holistically. And so I say, okay, well, let's cut out certain foods and see if that's helping you decrease your anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
Because that is huge. I mean, people don't realize how much that really affects your anxiety.
Yes, it really does. It really does. Because with the correct nutrition, we're giving our body what it needs. And if it's not getting what it needs, we feel it. Whether we realize it or not. Yeah, that is so true. So, and I would think, Haley, that it's wonderful for women to the difference in just being able to communicate with you and open up to you things or thoughts that they may be afraid of sharing with anyone else.
Oh, definitely. I think that so many women know exactly what they want. They just haven't communicated it in all areas of their life. Mm-hmm. So it's really getting a clear picture of what is your vision. I always say, like, what is your mission on this planet? Because we're all here for something. And really figuring that out, because that's what's going to set you on fire and make you really excited to wake up every day. Instead of turning to alcohol or food or, whatever to distract you or fill a void. You can fill that naturally with what you actually love doing.
Yeah. And you know what is so great that I love, because we are all individuals. We all have our own beautiful talents. Your passion can be, out there in a career or building a business, or it can be being an awesome mom, or spouse. And, so many areas we can have a passion, and it's beautiful no matter who you are, because that's your unique gift, your unique passion. And it's so great to support each other in that.
Oh, definitely. Like, it can be anything. That's what I say, like gardening, reading. Yes. So
yeah.
Definitely.
I love it. And I love that about, everyone being so unique and so beautiful in their own way. And a lot of times in life, I think we can think, well, should I be more like that person or more like this? When really, no, we're our own unique, beautiful person. And it really is something to celebrate, isn't it?
Oh, no, I so agree with you. I think for me, like, becoming authentically me is transform my life.
Yes. Yes.
Because then the more I love myself, then everybody, everybody's attracted to people who love themselves,
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah. So it sounds like it was pretty life-changing for you to go from being on the meds to them becoming this empowered, beautiful spokesperson for other people.
Oh, thank you. Oh, it definitely was. I mean, I think that I was on a mission. I was like, I'm going to figure this out. So I took all these courses. I saw a lot of healers, hypnotists, people to read my chakras, psychics. Like, I went through the whole gamut of it. But it definitely made me realize that everything that I was searching for, I was searching in myself. Mm-hmm. And it just was phenomenal to be like, oh, I'm just really just searching for the truest version of myself. And it was pretty amazing to realize that. Yeah. Because all those pharmaceutical drugs, and this is just me personally, kind of numb me out to who I really am. Mm-hmm. So it's just really good to be authentically me.
Yeah. So did it become a passion for you then to now what you're going to do is help others find that joy and find their own unique passion?
Oh, definitely. Because I used to live for happy hours, so I know what it's like. And that's what I tell people. Like, I have been there and I know, and I can definitely relate. So,
Yeah.
hmm
And that really, you know, I would think that really is a gift for them because she knows where I'm at. She understands where I'm at. You know, compassion and understanding. We can't always totally understand what someone's going through if we haven't experienced it. We can imagine it, but when you've also experienced it, that's just one more step to knowing what they're going through.
Oh, definitely. And I
Yeah.
think there's so many people out there. I don't know if this statistic is right, but it said over 50% of people hate what they're doing in their career. So it's crazy. I don't know whether that was right or not. Don't quote me.
Yeah.
But I just remember being there and waking up every day going, oh, I've got to go, you know? And
Mhm.
so it's definitely amazing to see people that I've helped transform their lives and go, oh, wow, I have a purpose and I'm really excited.
Yeah. Yeah. And I really believe you can have a career that you're really not nuts about, but then you can find something in that career that really that you can blossom, that you can grow something with just by looking at it a little differently, you know?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, changing your outlook helps a lot. Um,
Yes.
doing something different personally.
Yes. Yes. I love it. I love it. Well, we have about 5 minutes left in the show. What would you want to share with everyone, Haley, for them to think about today after listening to this show of, their empowerment and their communication and, what they may want to put out there or do for themselves? What would you advise?
I would say that I would want to leave your viewers with what is the one area of your life, or it could be multiple, but what is the one thing that you're really struggling with and you need to have better communication? And where do you need to speak your truth and have better, and just speak up for what you want?
Yeah, yeah. And speaking your truth, that's, that goes in so many areas of our life.
Mm-hmm.
It really,
Definitely. It's huge.
yeah. And that really makes us who we are, doesn't it? That's a beautiful thing.
Definitely. And I would even say too, like, where in your life do you need to honor yourself more?
Mm-hmm.
It's so many women we're such givers and a lot of women are people pleasers, but where do you need to stand up and say, okay, well, I need to do this for myself?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right. Because so many times, because we are such people pleasers and servers, uh, which is wonderful, and you love it, and you get joy from that. Sometimes we kind of forget to serve ourselves and treat ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Definitely.
yeah, and that's an important thing. Oh, I love it. I love it. Well, Hallie, this has been so great. So great. Any last anything you want to share with everyone before we say goodbye?
Just that they are powerful and they can create the life of their dreams.
Oh, I love it. Here we are, everyone. Let's celebrate creating the life of our dreams today. I love it. I love it. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Haley, thank you, honey, for being on the show.
Thank you.
Okay, big hugs.
Bye.
Bye.